If you want to build a huge team with Eazybot, be sure to watch this video to the very end. Hey everyone, in today's video I'm gonna share with you how you can recruit people into your business on Autopilot. So if you haven't watched the previous video that I made where I share with you how you can recruit a big team using social media, I think you'll find the link somewhere up here. Be sure to watch that first. That video is all about how you get a lot of enrollments, how you can recruit a big team, and you'll come to the point where I am, where I recruited hundreds and hundreds of people personally using social media. My mentors, the people that I've learned from, they brought in thousands, literally thousands of people on their first level using these here methods. So the previous video was all about how you get the money. How do you get enrollments into your business? This video is about how you get the time, because you don't only want sign-ups, you also want the duplication process and onboarding process. You want people to get all their questions answered, and you want them to duplicate the method, and you want them to make a decision without taking time away from you. And we're gonna set up some strategies, some methods, some tools that will help you to achieve that. So you can recruit people on Autopilot, have them answer all of their questions, have them pay for their package, pay for their product, and then duplicate the method to their team without you having to talk to them, without you having to spend your time. This is something you do once and you set it up and it works by itself. If it sounds too good to be true, well, it isn't. So let's jump into it. So in the previous video, we shared about the target market, and I shared a formula for you how you can find your perfect prospect online so you get a lot of people coming to you. And if you do that consistently, keyword is consistently, I promise you people will come to you, people will sign up. Right. So what you should do now is that something that is absolutely forbidden is to send your prospects, the people that are signing up, that want more information. You are not allowed to send them to your company website directly. Not allowed. What's gonna happen then is that they're gonna sign up. You have no way of contacting them because you don't have the contact information in the back office, and they are not gonna go through the process because they're unsure what to do. Right? So what you need is a form, some type of form, and you can Google this. There's something called a Google form. It's basically a questionnaire that you can have some basic questions that you ask your prospect. You can ask them for their name, you can ask them for their phone number, for their email. Also, you can ask them about their business goals, what they want to achieve, things like that. So you get a feeling for who it is. Now, after you've collected this information, then you can send them to your company website so that they can sign up. Now, when you have this contact information at hand, what you can do is that you can have something called an autoresponder. And you can Google this as well, autoresponder in one word. And that basically allows you to send out a sequence of pre-written emails, right? And why is this important? Because it doesn't take any of your time. You can write emails once, and then it will be automatically sent out to people when they get started with you, right? So you can collect their email, you can add them to this here autoresponder, and then it will send out emails to them on a regular basis. So instead of you talking to one person at a time, you can send out an email to tens of thousands of people at the same time, right? So now you have the autoresponder, you're sending them messages. Now you need to find a way for them to do the onboarding process without you being present. So what you need to do is that you need to create tools and materials to show them exactly what needs to be done. So there are some questions that they have. So what is it? How does it work? How do I make money? Right? These are questions that they have. So you need to have tools in place that answer those questions. They might have other questions as well. And the easiest way to do is that when you're first enrolling people, first getting people in, and they ask you a bunch of questions, you write those questions down and you put them into an FAQ, frequently asked questions, right? You can make a Google document. You can add this here, different questions that they have, and then an answer to it, and you can make a link to it so that everyone can access it with your tool. I'm going to go into that in just a second. So instead of answering the same questions over and over again, you create one page of FAQ, frequently asked question, that they can look at. So instead of you spending a lot of time on each individual, because you're going to have hundreds of people on your first level if you follow the system correctly, instead of you spending time on the phone chatting with people, answering the same questions over and over and over again, you create this here document where you answer all the most frequently added questions. So when there's a new question coming in, you don't answer the person, you add it to the FAQ, you answer it there, and then you send the FAQ to them. And then after a time, you will have covered all the questions needed. Then it's a great idea for you to, in your back office, right, have a back office overview. You can do this with simple as Zoom. So you can share your screen on Zoom, whether you are on your phone or on your computer. You can show them around, like go here, click here, click here, click here, click here. This is what that does, this is what that does. So you make one video that everyone can watch. If they have problems or with payment, you tell them, okay, this here uses different ways of payment methods. Maybe it's cryptocurrency, okay? If you haven't used cryptocurrency before, here is how you create a wallet. Here is how you buy crypto. Here is how you send crypto, and think about that. This is how you pay. Remember that you should, within this time frame, you need to pay. You need to send the exact amount. You need to make these step-by-step videos so that everyone can watch it, so they don't need you. So you must think of ways where you have one to many. So you do things once, and you can do it to a group of people instead of one-on-one. So right now we have people coming in, right? We get their information, and now we're sending them automatic messages. Great. And we are going to send them to a tool. One of the tools that I recommend is called Linktree. It's free to use. Linktree. Linktree. And that basically allows you to have one link and then have multiple different links. So what you can do is now on Zoom for free, you have created your video, like step number 1, here's how you deposit funds. Step number 2, here's how you buy your product or service. And step number 3, maybe, or step number 1, maybe how to set up your wallet, how to buy crypto if you're in the crypto space. Otherwise, just how you make your payment. Click here, click here, click here. This is what that does. This is what that does. All of that is done. You have your FAQ. The most frequent questions are answered, so they can watch it. The videos are pre-made. So what you do in this Linktree, right, is that you upload these videos now to YouTube, right, and you have them as unlisted, and then you create it as like step number 1, and then you put in that video, step number 2, next video, step number 3, that video, right? And if you have a Google Drive, right, if you have Google and made a Google document, you can share the FAQ as well. It's important that these here are generic. Okay, they are generic, which means they're not branded to you. This is not the place where you say, hey, come join my team. Why? Because it's going to be used as your duplication process. Everyone in your team is going to use this information. So the tool that you created via Linktree, where you step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, here's the FAQ. If you have any questions, first look there, see if it's answered before coming to me, right? And after enough time, all questions will be answered there. Another great thing to do is that if you have a company tool, whether that is presentations, a video, something like that. So if you have a Zoom schedule, you make a separate link there in the link tree where they can see the schedule, and you tell them, okay, here are the official Zooms, and this is where you should invite your prospects. And after they've done so, you can send them this here same tool so they know exactly how to go through all the steps and use the tool themselves. It's also good if you have the company PDF, company PowerPoint. You can upload it to Google Drive, and you can make a link so that they can download it and send that link into Linktree as well. So you have all information on one place, and you can send them to the tool with your automatic email messages as well. So you created your email messages in the autoresponder, so it's sending out directly, hey, thank you for joining the team, what you should do now, or congratulations, we're looking forward to working with you, here are the next steps, and there's a link, and you go there, and this is step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, here are all the questions you need answered, and this is also the tool that you will be using for your team. Now, another great thing is, when we go back to the other video, if you want more traffic, more people coming to you, it's good to diversify and be on many platforms simultaneously instead of just one. Instead of just being on YouTube, instead of just being on Facebook, instead of just being on Instagram or TikTok, you can be on all of them at the same time. But you don't want that to take more time out of your day. How do you do that? Well, there is something called repurpose, where you can create one video and then repurpose it to fit many different platforms. So you can create one piece of content, but you can post it on 10 different places. Now, there are some things that you need to take into consideration. The length of the video and the format of the video are different on the different platforms. So you're gonna need a software. One that I use is called Repurpose.io. Repurpose.io, right? So you can go there, you can check it out. So if you make a long video, for instance, like I do here on YouTube, I can then chop it up into smaller pieces, snippets, and I can put like a 30-second video on my WhatsApp, what's that called? In the WhatsApp feed or whatever. It's not feed, but you have 30 seconds where they can check it out. I have it on Facebook, I have it on Instagram, I have it on TikTok, and I can create a reel out of it. But the format is different. The format on a Facebook post looks different from a LinkedIn post. So you need to have this software, and you can just press this, okay, I want this to fit for Facebook, and you put in there, you can put it there, you can put it there, you can put it there. Or one thing that I noticed or we talked about before is, now you want time. So if you don't want to do all of this, that's perfectly fine. You can hire someone who does it for you, and that will actually save you both time and money. Okay, here's what I mean. One of my business coaches told me, if you can delegate, do it, right? So if you are hiring a social media manager, or you're having someone who takes care of your content, you have a virtual assistant, they can go as cheap as, $5 to $10 an hour. So check this out. If you're making a video like I'm doing now, this is gonna generate me a lot of money, because I will have a lot of people coming into my business because watching this, because people get value from this, and maybe you're one of them. Maybe you want to work with me and take your business to the next level. You can do so down in the link below, right? And the value of this video, even though for me it's absolutely free to use, is very much, right? I will get a lot of signups, new leaders jumping on board my team just because I created this here video, and that's exactly what I shared in the first video. As long as you create top-notch content, people will come to you. So let's say on average, so just to get the idea, right? Let's say on average you spend 1 hour making this here video and everything that goes with it, just for the sake of argument, and this video will generate you, let's say, $100. Okay, $100. Now, if you hire a virtual assistant or social media manager for $10 an hour, you are not losing $10 hiring them, because instead of you creating one video and then spending 1 hour, putting it up on different places, you repurposing it, or you can have a text-to-speech software so that you can take all of what you say in the video and make it into a blog post, right? So you can repurpose, you can make one video and post it on 15 different places like that, boom. So instead of you spending an additional hour doing so, you can spend that hour creating a new video, and a video will on average generate you $100, but a social media manager will only cost you $10. So you're not losing $10 when you're using this social media manager or virtual assistant. You're actually earning, you're earning, right? You're earning 90 if you can use that time in order to make a video instead. And this, because now you have the money, now you want the time. So for instance, at home, I have a cleaner. I have someone who comes and clean my house, because the value that I bring to the marketplace per hour is much more than it costs me to hire someone to clean my house. So by me spending time doing that, I'm actually losing money. And this is a mindset shift again. But you can automate the whole process like I talked about. You need to collect their information, right? You have a software that automatically sends out emails. You create a tool that answers all of their questions, and you make videos step by step exactly what to do, right? And this can be done for free as well. All the access, the Google document is free. Using your phone like I'm doing now is free. Recording the videos on Zoom and uploading them to YouTube is free. Using Linktree is free, right? It will cost you some money to automatically send out the emails. In the beginning, you can either do it manually, or you can hire someone to do it for you, or you can just invest that money as well, because that will save you maybe like $20 per month, 20 around there. And then you can send out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails, telling people, okay, here's step number 1, okay? And also if there's a new update, hey, now there's a big event coming in, you send it to all of the people at the same time. And this gives you time freedom. So if you use this concept with the first video, you have your target market, you create value to the marketplace, people want to come to you, great. Now get their contact information so that you can contact them, create a tool for them so that they know exactly what to do without you being present, and then tell them, make it generic so that your team say, hey team, here is the Zoom, here's exactly what you do, great. Now invite people to the daily Zooms, or send messages that looks like this, and then you make a link, okay, send out these messages, and show them this video, and after they show an interest, send them this here tool so they know how to do it as well, right? So this is how you can automatically bring in people on your into your business on autopilot. I've done it before. I've recruited hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and they get enrolled without needing to talk to me, right? Of course, there are some people that I'm working very closely with, that want to take the business to the next level, but majority of people, they got all the questions answered and they just run with it, right? So if you are a person that want to work with other 6- and 7-figure earners to take your business to the next level, and you want to work together with me, with my team, get coaching, get mentoring, get guidance for how you can climb the ranks in the compensation plan, fill in a link in the description down below. And yes, I will ask you for your contact information so that I can get in contact with you. And yes, you will get a tool, absolutely, so that you can do the same for your team. So do that. We'll take a look at the application. We are very, very selective with whom we choose to do business with, because we are serious individuals and we're looking for other serious people who are ambitious, who are coachable, right? Thank you very much. My name is Marcus. Bye-bye.